Harvard Athletics continued its tradition of excellence in the 2016-17 school year, earning both academic and athletic accolades within the Ivy League, and on the national level, we take a look back at a memorable year. It was a historic season for women's cross country, which earned its first team bid to the NCAA National Championship since 2012, placing 26th overall. Junior Courtney Smith earned USTF CCCA All-America recognition by finishing 35th overall. History was made at the Ivy League Heptagonal Cross Country Championships on October 29th. Courtney Smith won the individual title in a time of 20 minutes, 19.6 seconds to lead the Crimson to its first Ivy Heps title since 1985 and 7th overall in program history. On the men's side, sophomore Kieran Tuntavate represented the team at the NCAA Northeast Regional Championships. He finished 23rd overall, and he earned USTF CCCA All-Region honors by finishing in the top 25. Harvard football posted its Ivy League record 16th consecutive season with at least 7 victories, as the Crimson went 7-3 overall and 5-2 in the Ancient Eight. Senior offensive lineman Max Rich earned All-America honors, and Tim Murphy was named the Gridiron Club of Greater Boston, New England Division I Head Coach of the Year. Field hockey captured its 4th Ivy League title and first since 2004, posting a 7-0 record in the Ivy League for the first time ever. Its 12 total wins matched the program record as the Crimson played in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2004. Sherrick Van Herwarden was named the Ivy League and NFHCA Northeast Region Coach of the Year, while Marisa Beleza and Benta Van Vlymen were selected as All-Americans. Van Vlymen was named the Ivy League Rookie of the Year.
Van Vlymen takes a swing at it and scores!
Harvard Rugby finished 6-2 during the Fall 15 season, earning a runner-up finish in the Ivy Rugby Tournament. The Crimson posted impressive wins over Brown and Navy, as well as victories against club teams from Cornell and Princeton. Women's soccer raised the trophy as Ivy League champions for the 3rd time in 4 seasons and advanced to the 16th NCAA tournament in program history. Senior Margaret Purse led the team with 12 goals and 28 points. Purse was a first-team All-American and a semi-finalist for the Mac Hermann Trophy. Senior Rachel Garcia pitched in with 6 goals and 17 points on the season, including a heroic golden goal against Columbia in the de facto Ivy Championship game.
Rachel Garcia hands Harvard the win, and the Crimson are going back to the NCAA tournament for the 3rd time in 4 years.
Men's soccer was led by seniors Jake Freeman and Andrew Wheeler-Aminu. Freeman led the team with 7 goals and 19 points, and Wheeler-Aminu was selected in the 3rd round of the MLS Super Draft by Atlanta United FC. The women's volleyball team finished 4th in the Ivy League, its 4th straight top 4 finish. Senior Corey Bain finished her career as the most decorated player in program history. Bain became the 9th student athlete in the history of Ivy League volleyball and the first at Harvard to earn first-team All-Ivy honors 4 times. Bain was tops in NCAA Division I volleyball with 8 triple-doubles this season. She is the conference's all-time leader in triple-doubles with 32 and double-doubles with 66. Harvard men's water polo finished the 2016 campaign with its best record in program history, 27 wins and only 7 losses. Harvard recorded its 3rd straight season with 20-plus wins and won the Northeast Water Polo Conference Championship. Harvard then made its first ever NCAA championship appearance, winning 2 NCAA tournament games to clinch a spot in the Final Four. The Crimson defeated a program record 13 ranked teams during the historic season, and Harvard was led by ACWPC All-American selections Joey Colton and Noah Harrison. As the fall season came to a close, we turned the page to a memorable winter for the Crimson. Women's basketball finished with a 21-9 record in the 2016-17 season. Harvard started the season 16-1, its best start in 20 years, including a 16-game winning streak, matching the longest streak in school history. Harvard finished 3rd in the Ivy League and qualified for the inaugural Ivy League tournament. The Crimson earned its 7th WNIT bid in program history. Freshman Katie Benson led the team in scoring, averaging 13.4 points per game, and earned first-team All-Ivy League honors. Men's basketball finished at 18-10 overall, including 10-4 in Ivy League play. The Crimson earned a number 2 seed in the inaugural Ivy League tournament. led by the play of Ivy League Rookie of the Year and first-team All-Ivy Leaguer Bryce Aiken and senior co-captain Siani Chambers, also a first-team All-Ivy League selection. Tommy Amaker became the all-time winningest coach in Harvard history with the Crimson's 74-66 win at Boston College in December. Fencing concluded its 2016-17 season with a fifth-place finish at the NCAA Championships. 4 Crimson garnered All-American honors, led by sophomore Eli Dershowitz. Dershowitz claimed his first national title, winning in the men's saber category. Adrian Jaroki competed in the women's saber event at the NCAA tournament, earning a 6th-place finish to go along with her 2 individual national titles in saber in her 4-year career. The women's hockey team tallied a pair of all-conference selections in senior captains Sydney Daniels and Brianna Mastel, while the Landry family head coach for Harvard women's hockey, Katie Stone, became the first women's hockey coach to reach 450 wins. Junior Lexi Lang led the team in points with 21, while Daniels scored a team-best 11 goals. Men's ice hockey had a season to remember, winning the Beanpot title, the Ivy League Championship, a share of the ECAC Hockey regular season title, and the ECAC Hockey Tournament Championship. The Crimson also reached its first Frozen Four since 1994, posting an overall record of 28-6-2, its most wins since the 1988-89 season. Alexander Kerfoot and Adam Fox earned All-America honors for their superb play. On the slopes, Harvard posted 4 top 10 finishers in 6 carnivals this year. Senior Rachel Hampton was the Crimson's top performer in 5 carnivals and led the team with a 23rd place finish in the 15K at the NCAA Regional Championships. Harvard women's squash recorded its 3rd straight national championship as it finished the season a perfect 15-0. Harvard went on to win its 21st Ivy League championship and 17th national title. Freshman Gina Kennedy ended the season by winning the individual national title in the Ramsey Cup. She was joined by sophomore Kaylee Leonard, junior Alyssa Mehta, and freshman Amelia Henley on the CSA All-American teams. On the men's side, Harvard squash rolled to its 41st Ivy championship in program history after posting a 7-0 mark in Ivy action. Harvard picked up its 4th Ivy title in the last 5 years and was led by first-team CSA All-American selection Sadaldin Abouash. Men's swimming and diving posted a perfect 10-0 dual meet record on its way to capturing the 24th Ivy League title in program history and the 2nd in head coach Kevin Tyrell's 4 years at the helm. Tyrell was named Ivy League Coach of the Year, while his student-athletes earned 17 individual All-Ivy honors as well as 5 relays. Freshman Dean Ferris earned All-America accolades in the 200 freestyle and 200 backstroke, while the 800 free relay team also collected All-America honors at the NCAA Championships. Women's swimming and diving went 6-1 during the dual meet season, capping the year with a runner-up finish at the Ivy League Championship meet. The Crimson gathered 10 individual All-Ivy honors, as well as 4 for its relay squads. Junior diver Jing Leung went on to qualify for the NCAA Championships, winning the Zone A platform dive title for the 2nd year in a row. She was joined at the NCAAs by freshman Mickey Dalkey, who swam in 3 events. Harvard women's track and field won its 5th consecutive Ivy League Indoor Heptagonal Championship and 7th in program history. Harvard sent 4 competitors to the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. Gabby Thomas earned first-team All-American honors in the 200-meter dash, the first Ivy League sprinter to reach an NCAA final, while Zoe Hughes and Nikki Aquelago earned second-team All-American honors. On the men's side, 3 members of the team captured individual HEPS crowns. F.A. Owefo in the triple jump, Anthony DeNitto in the long jump, and Miles Marshall in the 800-meter all took home HEPS championships. The men's 4x400-meter relay team of James Heckendorn, Miles Marshall, Matt Hurst, and Alexander Moore set a new school record at the IC4A championships, placing first in the preliminary round with a time of 3:10.84. Harvard sent 3 wrestlers to the NCAA tournament in St. Louis, junior Joseph Johnson, freshman Hunter Ladnier, and senior Jeffrey Ott. Ladnier and classmate A.J. Jaffe earned all Ivy recognition, while Joseph led the team with 30 wins on the season. 6 individuals found their way on the podium at the EIWA Championships. As the temperatures heated up in Cambridge, so did the Crimson. Let's take a look at the spring highlights. Men's golf won the Ivy League championship title for a second straight year, led by Ancient 8 Player of the Year Greg Royston and Ivy League Coach of the Year Kevin Rhodes. Daniel De La Garza joined Royston on the All-Ivy first team, while Robert Deng and Kendrick Vidar earned second team honors. Women's golf finished in the top 3 at all its spring tournaments as the Crimson tallied 4 individual victories and ranked second in the Ivy League championship. Sophomore Anna Zhao was named the All-Ivy League second team. Led by 4 All-Ivy League selections, men's lacrosse capped its season with a 9-8 win over number 11 Yale. Joe Lang was unanimously selected to the All-Ancient 8 first team, while Morgan Sheik paced the Crimson, averaging over 5 points per game. Women's lacrosse finished the season 8-8 overall and 4-3 in the Ivy League, earning a berth to the Ivy League tournament for the 4th consecutive year. 6 student athletes earned All-Ivy recognition, with Marissa Romeo and Marina Burke voted to the first team. Romeo and Julia Glynn went on to be named to the All-Tournament team at the Ivy League tournament. Men's heavyweight crew went 6-0 in the dual season and finished second by just 0.4 of a second to Yale in the first varsity at the Eastern Sprints. Harvard's third varsity 8 won the silver medal at the IRA National Championships, while the varsity 8 boat earned the bronze. Radcliffe heavyweight crew won the Eastern Sprints for the 3rd straight year, winning gold in 5 events. The black and white of Radcliffe went 3-8 in the dual season and finished 5th at the Ivy League Championships. Harvard lightweight crew won the Joke Cup as the overall points leader at the Eastern Sprints. The varsity 8 finished 2nd, and the second varsity 8 rode to victory. The Crimson went 9-1 during the dual season, and at the IRA National Championships, Harvard again showed off its depth, winning the overall team points total. Radcliffe lightweight crew medaled the first varsity 8 at Eastern Sprints for the 4th time in 5 years. At the IRA National Championship, Radcliffe finished 5th overall. The Crimson co-ed sailing team raced at 58 regattas throughout the fall and spring, highlighted by 41 top 10 finishes and 4 victories. Along with the team victories, 1 man and 2 women competed at the New England Men's and Women's Single-Handed Championships. Harvard women's sailing took the water at 9 regattas through the fall and spring season. The Crimson finished with 5 top 10 results throughout the 2016-17 season, including a 9th place tally at the Atlantic Coast Championship, the first time since 2010 that the women placed within the top 10. Softball clinched its 7th Ivy League North Division title, finishing the season 22-19 and earning a spot in the Ivy League Championship Series. Sophomore shortstop Brianna Rich was outstanding at the plate and in the field for Harvard, leading the Crimson with a .418 batting average, 2nd in the Ivy League, and finishing the year with just 2 errors in 172 total chances for a .988 fielding percentage. Harvard baseball tallied its winningest season since 2006, led by an offensive outburst that produced 32 home runs. Sophomore Patrick Robinson hit 9 home runs and ranked 5th nationally in slugging percentage, leading to first-team All-Ivy League accolades. Sophomore Patrick McCall was a second-team honoree after recording 36 RBIs, while senior captain Josh Ellis was an honorable mention selection behind the plate. The men's tennis team earned a share of its 29th Ivy League title, finishing the season 18-9 overall with a 6-1 mark in Ivy League play. The Crimson finished the season 9-1 in its last 10 dual matches to earn its first league title since 2013. Kenny Tao earned first-team All-Ivy honors in singles, and Tao and Brian Young earned first-team All-Ivy honors as Harvard's top doubles pair. The women's team clinched its first Ivy League crown since the 2009-2010 season, claiming a share with a 17-8 overall record, including a 5-2 mark in Ivy League action. June Lee and Erica Osterhout were named All-Ivy League for the 2016-2017 season. Harvard women's track and field earned its 4th straight Ivy League Outdoor Heptagonal Championship, and Jason Soretsky has earned Ivy League Coach of the Year honors on the women's side. Gabby Thomas leads the Harvard field. She won 5 championships at Ivy Outdoor Heps. The men's team clinched its highest finish since 2014 by finishing 4th at Ivy League Outdoor Heps. In addition, 17 Harvard track and field athletes earned all Ivy League honors, finishing among the top 2 in their respective events at the Ivy League Outdoor Heptagonal Championships. The men's volleyball team finished 5th in the EIVA with a 7-7 mark in conference play and a 10-13 record overall. Marco Kostic and Casey White were awarded all EIVA second-team honors for their efforts this season. Harvard women's water polo went 15-14 on the year, including a 4-4 record in CWPA action. The Crimson notched a winning record for the 3rd consecutive season and ranked in the top 20 in the country throughout the entire year. The Crimson recorded a 4th-place finish at the CWPA Championships, the best finish for Harvard since the 2000 season. With the help of our outstanding coaching and support staff, we continue to educate Harvard student-athletes through athletics and build community and pride in Harvard. As the largest Division I athletics program in the country, Harvard provides broad-based programming and the opportunity to earn life lessons through participation in both competitive and recreational activities. In addition to our 42 varsity programs, featuring more than 1,200 intercollegiate student-athletes, we also sponsor 66 club teams and even more intramural events through the College House system every academic year. We are proud of these athletes for their continued success on and off the playing field and look forward to another tremendous year.